Welcome to hell. Yeah, so today for the David Perry challenge, we are playing Doom. Classic 1993 Doom. I've briefly messed around with a couple of settings here to lower the resolution, get rid of the crosshair, stuff like that. I don't know if there's a couple other settings that I'm going to need to to change, but the goal is to get as vanilla as possible without trying too hard. So let's hop in, and yeah, I think the audio should be pretty good. It was a little loud yesterday. My voice was not louder, so hopefully this is a pretty good. Looking at the stuff. Give me a second to adjust the audio. Let's bring it down a tad. Alright. New game. Knee Deep in the Dead. Let's go to Ultraviolence. I do know how to play this game. Probably wasn't smart. Alright, so let me take my watch off so I can play. Alright. So, it's important to me that you can't look up and down. That's what makes Doom Doom. Get the shotgun super early in Ultraviolence. Alright, so I think I'm gonna have to figure out how to not get shot, which is not my MO. Kinda bad at that. Space, not E. Oh. Alright, so Doom. Oh man, I think I'm gonna need to change that. Let's see. Input, mouse and keyboard bindings. Next band, toggle auto map, chat, forward, back, where's space? Use, there we go. E, set that to E. Left shift, yep, that makes sense. Okay. Oh. Alright, so let's give this a couple of attempts. I usually play on Hurt Me Plenty instead of Ultraviolence, so this is a new one for me. Ooh. So this game is just stupid fast. Well, I'm doing better than last time already. Yeah, let's do it. Just get out of here. Whew. To be clear, all I'm shooting for is survival. Alright, see that? 3 guys in one shot. It's definitely some serious Doom action. Alright, so what do I know about this game? The enemies have some infighting. Which is done based on hierarchy. And so, like an imp will attack like a normal zombie, but normal zombie guys won't attack normal zombie guys. unless they're attacked. So you kind of want to, when you get to the later levels and you're starting to need to conserve weapons and ammo, then it makes a whole lot of sense to get the enemies to fight each other and you're running and strafing around them. I typically don't think of barrels as tools, though I probably should. I know where a couple of these secrets are, so... I find there to be a lot of parallels between how these levels are designed and Zelda dungeons. They're two very different genres, but... Ooh. Hit scan weapons, so weapons that they pull a trigger and it just does like a ray trace, finds you, and then immediately applies damage to you, are really pretty hard in this game. Did I get all the keys so far that I'm supposed to have? Yeah, I think so. In fact, I think it would be really interesting to do a comparison between dungeon structures from a Zelda game versus in Doom, where the whole point is that you're wandering around through these corridors and you have key lock design, and what thrives in a Doom kind of game and what thrives in a Zelda kind of game, more top-down or slower paced from the Ocarina of Time kind of ilk. Whoops. So what makes this gameplay feel like Doom versus like Quake or something? I'll be real, I actually don't know how to get that chainsaw. So, if you're not familiar with this game, I was shooting directly down because you can't look up and down in this game. Man, you know what? So much of this game, I mean, this game is still good, right? It's still fun to jump in and play. It's updated, like, it's aged really, really well. But one thing that's kind of hard to describe is that this game was such a leap in technology. Like, the immersion and smoothness of this gameplay is just so much greater than anything else that was out at the time. So this came out the end of 1993. So 1994 was the year of Doom. And people were playing it in their college dorms and game studio offices and anything where you could find a network, like multiplayer was happening. Yeah, the speed and optimization of these graphics is just freaking off the charts. For the video that I make, I want to make sure that I put in context like what other kinds of games were out at the time. And there's definitely some John Carmack god tier level of graphics optimization and stuff. Man, this room is brutal. Guess when they can see you from all the way across the room, they can hit scan you pretty easy. Alright, so level design, symmetry here, kind of a hub room, right? So we come in here, we got this hub room. It's very iconic. No idea where that goes, but over there's a blue key door, so that's funneling us this way. Kind of just need to never stop moving. That chainsaw cha-cha. So like I said yesterday, this game is incredibly formative for me. Can't remember how to get in there. I basically grew up playing 3 games. When I was old enough to, like care about video games and stuff. I grew up playing 3 games. And they were... I swear there's a way to get in one of those rooms, but I don't remember how. So I grew up playing Doom and Ocarina of Time and Final Fantasy VII. So I modded this game a ton when I was a kid. So because these bullets come out so fast, it's really helpful to to spray large rooms with this gun when you're dealing with mob control, because they all get these little like knockback effects. I haven't run into ammo problems yet, but I'm just like hyper aware of that possibility. Two shotguns to the face should take out those pinky demons. Alright, so this game is very trap based, which they carried that design over to Doom 3, and it worked to varying success, but no flashlight mod in this game, though. Okay, so I got that blue key. And I got a yellow key. I don't know where the yellow key goes, but got a yellow key. Come on. Another interesting design thing about shooter games in particular is that the more you kill enemies, the less fun the game gets. And so this whole backtracking, I see the carnage that I created, but it's just like slow-paced dungeon, which is different than, you know, when I first get into the room. So I can expect a new room, I'm gonna just like slam on people. But then if you get lost or confused or turned around or something, then you just kind of have this slow-paced version of the game that you have to navigate later. Yeah, I see that shotgun guy and the zombie guys were shooting each other. It's actually, like, this game controls so well with modern WASD controls and a mouse and strafing. It's hard to imagine playing it the way that I had originally played it, with, you know, the arrow keys and holding down a modifier to strafe, stuff like that, and not using a mouse at all, because not all computers had mice back then. Hey, what's up, Kunga Philippi? Filipini. Is that Kunga or Kunga? Just checking the chat, by the way. Do. Let's get those imps to shoot each other. Yeah. Sorts of people coming out of the woodwork. John Carmack, John Romero, and them. Oh, how do I get out of here? Alright, stand on that. Switch. Really played around with a ton of really cool designs for this game. Yeah, I don't know that I've actually ever paid attention to hunting for health before, because I don't typically play this game to be challenged. I play it because, you know, I'm like, modding the game or something under the hood. It's interesting just to play it as a game. I really don't know that I've ever actually done that, because when I was a kid I wasn't skilled enough, and as an adult it's like modding stuff, so that way across the hall. New. Yeah, my computer still continues to have that weird, like, lag that goes on. Hallways like this are brutal, because I'll just get cornered by pinky demons. At least only one at a time can come through. Almost out of ammo. Please die. Okay, shotgun time. So, in contrast to this game, there's really just a bunch of dungeon crawlers. Man. Man. See, I seem to remember those guys only needing 2 shotgun shells to the face, but they seem to be taking more than that. Oh, my lag. Come on. This is brutal. I'm so gonna die because of this. Here. For that to calm down. Why are you doing this? Whoa, no, come on. Imps are not so bad when you're like across the room from them. Don't get shot. Oh, that was the wrong thing to do. Whew, when you're about to die, this game is very different. The level of caution is very different. Bro, let me tell you what, I need some health. Can kill him over here. It's gonna save me the trouble of killing them when they're in my face. Okay, I'm back up to kind of acceptable range of health. Hey, stinkers. Stop with the lag. Oh man. This is terrible. At least you guys can see it, I'm not just crazy. Bonkers. Guess I'm good on health suddenly. Oh man. That trap was very well set. Ay caramba. Well, shoot dang. See if I manage to get out of this one alive. Yeah, it's nice kind of being surprised by some of these later levels where I've never actually played them as levels before. So therefore they surprise me. Like, oh yeah, I guess I knew that there was a trigger for that, but a trigger for that is different than, you know, actually understanding the context for the trigger. Whew. Just barely hanging on. Seeing one of those specters, not easy to see. They can definitely be surprising. Remember, there was a blue door up here that I couldn't get to earlier. I want to check that one out. Whew. Oh, this is brutal. Health! Yikes. I can see why they played a lot with light in Doom 3 to make it so intense. As intense as they did. Gotta pick up that rocket for the rocket launcher I don't have. Whew! Y'all. It's nice when there are traps set that you can play with as well, and they're not just enemy traps. I can get those barrels to be a little bit more helpful than... do 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 do. One thing that's nice about this game is that, so the other first-person shooter I've played so far is BioShock. And BioShock's fully 3D, which makes sense in a first-person shooter. But you know, it's also more complex. And this one, like, you just have left and right to worry about. That's it. Stinkers. So I played this game in Oculus VR. Just classic, running around at light speed like this. And made me absolutely seasick. I don't really get motion sickness in VR unless you have full locomotion. And this is like the fullest of locomotions. Brutal. It was brutal. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this periodic lag that my computer does. Pretty sure it's just like bloatware taking up cycles. So, as far as enemy design goes, I think they're really well done. And every single enemy has an iconic thing they do. They have very predictable strategies. And so it allows you to not think about like, oh, what's the enemy gonna do? It's more like, how do I just navigate the environment knowing that they're gonna act in a particular way. And so nice. A level where the map does make sense. Some Z fighting right there, that's interesting. No longer being picky and choosy about who I'm shooting and why. Just shoot them all. So many of the level and enemy design is like walk past a trigger, open up a trap behind you, something like that. Just devious little things. I'm just really impressed with how good of a grasp that John Romero and the other level designers had on what makes a good good design. Let's see what's over there now that it seems like something's been opened. Wasn't opened before. Whew. Yeah, that would have been a lot nicer feeling if I'd had the Whom. Push into that nonsense. That door don't open. What? Dang. Error. Bummer that happened. Right? No. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's just skip to the next level. I was pretty close to the end of that one anyway. I don't have all my weapons, though. Make for a fun challenge. I mean, I didn't really have a ton of guns, so. Oh, let's do it again. We can do this. All those fireballs flying around to my benefit. This is the kind of thing that make a man go insane. Years and years of this. The Doom Slayer. This feels a lot closer to like Doom 2's level design, which is just distinct. You're waiting for a bus. Whew. Oh, they're all up there. Makes it hard. Rocket launcher. But I did not get another key. So need to figure out how to progress without, let's see, where have I not been? Okay. Red. Blue. Ooh. Oh, dang. Hope I don't die. Huh. Whew. You know, I was saying about Tetris yesterday that there might be some games that could last 1,000 years. I wonder if Doom might also be in that category. That was dumb. As I'm playing this, there's just a simplicity and intuitiveness to these, to the theme, to the controls, stuff. It's already proven its test of time for, what, 30 years now? So, what's 1,000 in comparison to 30, right? Oh man, this is brutal. There's not a lot complicated going on in this game. It's like a brain teaser with the most like good versus evil, shoot it with a projectile mechanics you can think of. No more depth than that. No more depth than that needed. Alright, so there might be a secret in here. But might also not be. Whoa. I actually don't know the distinction between health and armor. Yeah, fight each other. Yeah, new key. Alright, cool. Backtrack time, so red door was... Where was the red door? Ah, right across the room. That's a very Doom thing to do. It's over there. Where the blue key is. So, get the red key to get the blue key. Just see if we can navigate back. Stop with this lag, mister. Wow, really bad right now. where it came from. Okay. So it's interesting seeing doors like this open. They open on trigger events later, so that when you come back through, there's now enemies in here, and they were hidden away in some closet or something. So it's kind of a way to combat what I was talking about earlier with the in a first-person shooter game, how it's less fun the more you play, because you're getting rid of the main conflict. Where was the red door? All the way up there. Okay, so... Gotcha. Right, blue door. A lot of this is just kind of panic running so I don't get shot. Meow. Yeah, it's often not clear. Oh, that must be the door that I just opened. What the effects of flipping some switches does. They started to really hone in on that in Ocarina of Time, which came out a couple of years after this, but losing track of 3D environment stuff. Whew! I made it. Well, this level feels very different. I know why it feels different, but hey, it just feels different. There you go. Yay, my chain gun. Alright, well, I finally re-upped all of my health and ammo. Okay, good to know. Don't stand around waiting for those guys. Oh my gosh. Baddies out here. Boom. Alright, y'all. Let's get ready for the most satisfying ending ever. Weird audio glitch there. That was fun. Ah! Oh, the story. Once you beat the big badasses and clean out the moon base, you're supposed to win, aren't you? Aren't you? Where's your big fat reward? Ticket home. What the hell is this? It's not supposed to end this way. It stinks like rotten meat, but looks like you lost, like the lost Deimos base. Looks like you're stuck on the shores of hell. The only way out is through. To continue the Doom experience, play The Shores of Hell and its amazing sequel, Inferno. Alright, so this is the most incredible shareware thing ever. Like, that experience in itself is great. And that whole first thing was released for free. Hey, if you guys want the full game, why don't you buy the full game? But that, my friends, is insane. Alright. Let's keep going. So let's see, it took me an hour. There's your hour-long tutorial. Oh. Yipers. Interesting way to start this level. Where did that take me? Yeah, seems like quite a ways. Is that the beginning of the level? Nope. So what's back through the teleporter? Just wrapping my head around the level design here. Okay, so I started here on the shores of hell. Interesting. Okay. I can only go in once? Oh man, I missed my opportunity. Oh, guess not. Nope. So, teleporters. It's a thing. Was there teleporters in the last? Oh, Cacodemons. New enemy type. Oh, they have the most satisfying death animation. What's going? Something's going. Trust that something important was going. Really introducing Switch stuff. Whoa. Not as fast as the chain gun cha-cha, but it does do some kickback. Whew. Already the difficulty of this second episode is significantly higher. Just like, deal with it. So if you put any thought into this at all, you can see that yes, the UAC is here on the shores of hell, playing with things they probably shouldn't be. This is definitely a thing. Okay, all the satanic imagery, a lot more common. How long does my punch last like this? Take that. So it's funny that in Halo they made the melee like this powerful, but they made it just so much more common. Ooh. Just hose them down. The architecture is so great. Like unholy power, somethings. Don't have any keys yet. Squishers, nice. Whoa. Well, that was a thing. Dude. Blue key. Red key. Yellow key. This level's bonkers. Oh, hey. It's really testing spatial awareness. Looking for the red key door. You know, once again, I brought this up in the Bioshock, but I don't really have a problem switching between weapons when it's a gun, based on how much ammo I have. But in Breath of the Wild, switching weapons because your weapons break just didn't feel good. So, seems like having a resource tied to the weapon in some way made it work, is what makes it work. Okay, no. Hey, I don't like that that happened. Just got another crash. Bummer. Yeah, I'll do that. Hi, caramba. There is a lag between, or not a lag, a delay between when you pick up weapons or when you swap weapons. What the heck? It's gnarly. I'm very lost. Not a whole lot of methodical going on right now. So the bosses are now just normal enemies. That's cool. Secret area I've been. Guess I have the blue key now. I don't remember when I got that. Wait for that lag to stop. Not impressed. Oh, this is brutal. Well, Bethesda, ZeniMax, Microsoft. Game crashes a lot. We could do a lot of unknowns, unknown leaps. It's always fun. Did you seriously crash again? Oh my gosh, this is brutal. Brutal. So my computer does not like the map. That's right, nothing up here. Baron of Hell? That verticality is a little awkward. Man, after so many like heavy hitting levels, this one's super chill in comparison so far. This guy's not doing no chain gun cha-cha, that's for sure. They take a lot of bullets. I suspected something was up, but not that. Where's that Baron of Hell that I heard? Whatever is in the middle of this thing better be awesome. That's uncanny. What? Oh man, don't do this. This is really rough, having these crashes over and over. Honestly, let's play a little bit longer. Play some Doom 2. Well, no, let's keep playing Doom. Let's get some Inferno. And just get a broad idea of what these later levels are like, the ones that I've never really played before. That is uncanny as well. They assume that I'm better at playing the game now, apparently. Should I clear out the room? Just because I can doesn't necessarily mean I should. But so far this game is like a clear out the room and move on with your life type thing. It's cool. It's cool. Glad they gave me the ammo for this. Not a strong start in comparison this episode. Whoa. Yikes. That's cool. Yes, that strategy in particular, it was focus on the larger threat and then let the infighting take care of themselves, which they did. What am I preparing for? Thank you. They don't have a lot of mass, do they? Yeah, this lag is brutal. This has not been my favorite experience playing a game, just on a technical stability level. Can I get your ammo, please? Thank you. It's a very organic level. Whoa. Oh man. Whatever memory leak or whatever's going on there is just rough. Ugh. Alright guys, in light of the technical difficulties, I think I'm gonna call it quits today. I've definitely played Doom enough that I know what I'm going to write about it already. There's just so much context. The year that it came out, what it did for the gaming industry, how simple the controls are, the really good enemy makeup, and their kind of chess piece strategy, and how that goes into the Clockwork game design concept pretty well, strategy games. So there are a number of things about this game that I think are just going to be really easy. It's very obvious why this one was on the main list. So I'm just going to go with that, and just be bummed that this particular port, official port, is as unstable as it is. And yeah, so tomorrow is Portal 2. So we're going to play Portal 2 tomorrow.